Greg Bakker, thanks for coming back. I've got a question from somebody called Kit Kat. Sounds like a chocolate bar, those things you snap in half, isn't it? If you have thrush in your mouth, autism, and a history of Candida, a long-term need for CanXida Remove, when would you add in the other two products, the CanXida Restore and the CanXida Rebuild? Presently taking fish oil, DHA, inulin, and EVO. Is that extra virgin olive oil? EVO, not EVO, for SIBO health. For SIBO health. Hope these three will not conflict with CanXida protocol. Thanks for any help you can provide. Waiting for a doctor appointment for treatment of Diflucan for oral thrush. White tongue, white patches on back of throat, but no fever, yet headaches. So, very interesting. Let me just read this again. Autism, blah, blah, blah. So, a couple of things you can do really with this sort of condition. You can also try colloidal silver. There's some really good colloidal silver on the market. I'll show you one of my favorite ones that I've often recommended for patients. It's called Silver Biotics. It's this spray, okay? It's just a pump spray. A couple of sprays. Oh, it nearly killed me. No, I'm fine. A couple of sprays in the mouth. You know, anything from 10 to 20 parts per million is fine. And just a few sprays in the mouth, on the tongue, back of the throat. You can do that 2 to 3 times per day, no problem at all. I find colloidal silver really good for eye problems and throat and mouth problems. Another one, if it's a child, I wrote down, here's that piece of paper, you can use borax. Borax 6X. Now homeopathy's been very, very much malaligned. I don't know why. Some of the best results I've ever had in my clinic in the first 10 years of my practice, I did a lot of pediatrics and I worked a lot with children because I've got 4 kids that are grown up. And some of the most outstanding results I ever had with kids were with homeopathics. So you can call it placebo, call it whatever you want. I don't really give a darn what people call it. But I know that homeopathy works really well when applied properly. Okay, borax 6X. So that's boric acid. All right. Boric acid is very, very antifungal. It's fantastic when it comes to yeast. I remember when I was a little boy, my mum used to buy these cardboard tube box containers with perforated aluminum lid, and she'd sprinkle borax around the bathroom floor, all right, because it kills mold and fungus and stuff like that. So, but a homeopathic preparation is fantastic for mouth and throat. White patches on tongue, white down the back of the throat. I also know a few people who actually get the pharmaceutical grade boric acid powder, and they put just a tiny pinch in about a pint of warm water, shake that up, and then they spray that in the mouth, or they gargle and spit it out. Now, probably not recommended unless you really know what you're doing, but boric acid is definitely not something that's going to kill you if you use it like that, but I know that it really gets rid of a lot of stuff in the oral cavity, okay? It works very well. If you can get tea tree oil, you can put 1 drop of that again in a small container of warm water, give it a really good shake and gargle with that and spit it out. That'll work as well. So there are different preparations you can try. You can also try Lapacho tea or Pau d'Arco tea. That's quite safe for children to use. Probably not for pregnant or nursing women, but for children or teenagers, adults, it's fine to use. Pau d'Arco tea, it's one of the best. You can gargle with it, you can rinse your mouth with it, spit it out, you can drink it, and it's highly effective. You can get it in tea bags or watch my videos I've completed on Pau d'Arco to see how to make the preparations up at home. It's super effective when you get the right product, okay? So that's just a few tips really on the white thrush. The key thing is sugar elimination. If you can't eliminate candy, Coca-Cola, ice cream, sugars and stuff like that, you know, it's not going to happen. So sugar elimination is absolutely key for white tongue. When you look at people like Miley Cyrus that poke out their big white tongue, you know that that person's probably been drinking soda drinks, having candies, ice creams, all that kind of junk. And if not, it's some other kind of fast food that's got sugar in it. Sugar encourages a nice thick white coating on the tongue. If you go and look at people, indigenous peoples in the Amazon, they've got pink tongues. You don't find Coca-Cola dispensers in the Amazon anywhere. You don't find Kentucky Fried Chicken outlets anywhere in Peru in the bush, do you? No. Those people eat stuff that people should be eating. Stuff that runs around on the ground. Stuff that grows out of the ground. That's what those folks eat. and they've got a nice pink tongue. I watched an awesome video on this tribal leader from Amazon basically crying because the forests were on fire. The guy was elderly, he was in his late 60s, and yet he looked very young. And when he was speaking, I froze the button and I saw his tongue was perfectly pink. Beautiful teeth, pink tongue, clear eyes, sign of a healthy diet. No sugar, okay? Sugar, sugar, sugar. That's the big one for the tongue. Just remember that, all right? Whew. I think that's about it, Kit Kat. And that's a sugar name. Thanks for tuning in.